This is your weekend market review for Labor Day weekend of 2023. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at ADBE Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is your weekend market review for Labor Day weekend 2023. Hopefully you had a great week. Little choppiness at the end of the week as anticipated. Market held up a little more than I thought it honestly would, but that's what happens. Be aware of this week coming up. Let's talk about it. Stock Traders Almanac, all the things that you need to know to be prepared for what an amazing week. If you're new to the channel, link to the Discord room, description below. Thinking of doing a live chat on Monday. Open chat. If you are interested, please leave a comment below. Let me know if you would be attending. Also, too, if you are in the Discord room, I really want people to start posting their trades. And even if you're not trading it, ask a question. Be like, hey, what do you think of this chart? I want people to get more involved. I think it's more to your benefit to review charts together. You learn more. Again, going in your own hole and just not really trying to get out of your comfort zone, I think it's going to be tough. And so for newer folks, even folks who've been trading, it's again, check up and see what you're looking for. What are the things you should be worried about? What are the things you should be anticipating? So going into next week, we kind of have a light data week, not surprise, holiday week. But here's the thing, new money typically comes back into the market. Now, did it come back before the end of the month? That's what it feels like. So be aware, September, next week or so, going to be a little slow. You have OPEX, a triple witching OPEX next week. You got the Apple stuff. A lot of people think that matters. I don't. I think the market's going to show itself sooner than later. Fed Watch Tool, it is rising. Unemployment data was worse off. We're expecting a pause in September. The odds will start changing, I think, for the future ones as well. Worst case scenario, pause. Bitcoin, you better hold 25,000. Oil rallied with the hurricane. But again, I thought it would come back even more. Let me refresh. I thought it was up to 85. I could be wrong on this. Oh, please don't pause on me like this. I don't have time for this. Don't have time. Either you're in or you're out, baby. There you go with oil. Up to the trend line, up to the range highs. Man, if it's going to go next, it would be at the 92. Is it peaking running into Labor Day weekend? One of the most, driving weekends of the year. We'll see. I don't know if I would trust it again. I would trust commodities when the Feds pivot. Natty gas, same thing. Again, if you're newer to the channel, check out the Trading Agent on Twitter. Please subscribe, and the notification bell. Also see it on YouTube. It's well worth it. Again, if you're new to the channel, I think you'll appreciate all the content, especially the education stuff, some of the fishing stuff. Also check out my website, thetradingagent.com, and the Back to Basics page. You have all of the books that you should probably read, some interesting workbook notes, and then the videos, more beginning to advance. And at the bottom, if you're not using it already, please check out the Marcus link. Where are you? Sign up for the newsletter. Oh, it's not on this page. That's why it's in the daily reviews. But doesn't matter. You know what to do. I appreciate it. And let's get into the dollar, because this is where it starts to get a little funky, right? We talked about dollar volatility. Look at this. All over the place. Keep an eye on it. Bond volatility. All over the place, right? Look at bonds. We talked about getting up. My computer had to restart her again. I don't know why I forget to just do it. It said watch could get up here. Man, Friday's gap down. Pretty significant. I know it was paying out 28 cents, but still, that's pretty big. Again, watch this. Watch the VIX. I mean, they beat the crap out of it. Talked about it getting down here. I mean, look, you're getting back down to the range lows in a straight line. That is not sustainable. So be aware. Look at the VIX starting to wake up. Again, do your homework. Spy. Now, I'm rather impressed, right? You got to give it credit. It got way higher than I thought it would. I thought it would probably get stuck around the 50-20 day. But we did talk about the first dip gets bought. I mean, could you get to the 454, 455? I don't know. I mean, you're getting choppy the last couple of days. I mean, again, the higher it goes, the better the short, in my opinion. Q, same kind of thing, breaking the trend line. Could it fill this gap? I mean, you're close enough. Does the professional gap have to get filled? Remember, we got pretty close up here. We're pretty close here. You might not have to. Just keep that in mind. IWM caught up a little bit. I mean, there's rumors of another China stimulus. All right, back at some levels that matter. Keep an eye on it. DIA, same thing. Levels that mattered, right? The chopping around. Gold, pop, fade, fader. I don't trust it. Now, I know we're over the trend line, but so just keep an eye on it. 50 days the key. Silver, I mean, you would think silver would be holding up really well, but look at this. Hits resistance, fader, GDX, same thing. Hits the 50-day, backs off, can't get above the trend line there. Not looking good. GDXJ, again, the miners lead. Hits the 200-day, back down to trend. I mean, watch these names. If they break, they break. AG, again, ugh. Remember, we expect them to get absolutely hammered when the market's going to get hammered. So keep an eye on these things. Right? They are not acting that well. Newmont, man, this thing should be in the 40s, 50s. 20-day, pass. Chopping around, right? Doesn't really look that good, folks. XOPR, sorry, semis. I don't know why I missed that. We talked about these names, dead cat bouncing. They don't really look that good, right? Micron talked about 70 if it could get up there, filling, like, touching this gap. I mean, you can draw this range and now kind of add this. I mean, I would be watching the 70 area. The straight line move. Whew, the candle's getting tighter. I mean, it looks right for a short. AMD, we talked about the 110 level plus. Said watch this 110, 111 short. Makes sense. NVIDIA starting to lag, right? We talked about double doji, 1.618. Love the NVIDIA short. Love it. Absolutely love it. Adobe hits the 1.618. Now a doji. Little gap. I mean, Apple. Now, again, does the gap have to fill? A lot of people talk about the gap filling. Double doji, 190. Now, again, close enough for government work. This is where it gets hard. And it's like if you're trying to anticipate the exact perfect prices, I'm telling you, it's just not going to happen. Keep an eye on that one. Amazon, same things. Maybe a lower high, breaks over this range. I mean, I don't trust these names at all. CRM, look at this. Pops up on earnings, gets sold. Another day of selling. I mean, the market's up. They're trying to buy this stuff, and it's not holding up. Guggenheim, you got to give it credit. Got stopped out, holding up really well, but this candle might be an inflection point. I would keep an eye on it. Meta, again, some folks shorten this one. Makes sense to me. Can't get over the 50, 20-day. If it does, just stop out. Microsoft been lagging incredibly hard. Chop, chop. Looks like it's done. I mean, remember, we talked about the blow-off when they went to subscription model. Peace out. NDAQ bounced. Wanted to see more. Dud. MicroStrategy, we talked about popping to the 380s, pulling back, not surprised. Netflix getting close. Yeah. Ooh, man. All right, put Netflix back on the radar. I like this one up here for short. I mean, especially with defined risk. Roblox, we talked about if you bought this in the 26, 27 level, had a chance to rise. I mean, 20 days, pretty close. Not a bad trade. Tesla, if you shorted it when we recommended it, look at that. Boom. Now, it could hold here a couple days if the market holds up, but overall, the market looks, again, the individual names don't look all the same. SMH, I mean, you pop over. I mean, could we fill the gap again? Pro gaps don't necessarily have to fill. I warn people that all the time. LetterX, let's get the materials. Chopping, I mean, this is supposedly a buyout, but it's just hanging out now. Nucor gets the top of its range. Rejected. Caterpillar got into it. I mean, I'd love Cat, Netflix, shorts. I might have to play those next week. Coming into ranges. Oof. VALE, we talked about this one. Holding. Not surprised. A little, maybe a novice gap trap here. Again, all China stimulus. Arrow, it's interesting because you have certain names holding up and some not. Like copper should be holding up. If China's really stimulating, going to be able to accomplish it. CCJ, another doji up here. I mean, you got to give it credit. It's acting well. The ag names got bought on the China stimulus. Okay, we talked about them. Rallying, breaking trend, probably going to bounce. Okay, Mosaic, finally holding trend. All right. I mean, maybe these have a few days up. And I'm not trading them, but they look like they could. AA, again, just the whole China rumor. I love it in the sense of like it's funny. Ooh, it's big volume on Friday. What happened there? Okay. Put that one back on the radar. I'd be curious to see how this acts when it hits some of these ranges. Again, trying to find the best trades. Like I'd be, I mean, 32 level. If we can get over that, that could get really interesting. XLF, we talked about it, filling the gap, chopping around. Okay. That's why we thought the market would hold up. We talked about this one. JP Morgan, I mean, this is lagging. Got to call it what it is. Morgan Stanley, dead cat bounce. We talked about that one. Getting to the 20-day. There you go. Right? Pick your poison. Oh, sorry. GS. I mean, we talked about this holding trend, bouncing to 330s. Makes sense. Doesn't really look that good. KRE. Come on in, baby. 20-day? Yes. I mean, if it could get to 47, even better. I mean, I think the banks are going to get absolutely destroyed at some point. XBI, here you go, finally. Talked about it needing to, like, if it was going to short, you probably want to wait for it to get into the 80s. You got it. Again, it's hard to short the market if it's holding up. Just, you got to be aware. TAN, we talked about this being a piece of crap. Hits the 20-day finally. Congrats. ENPH, these names cannot get anywhere. 20-day, Sedge, going nowhere fast. I mean, again, a lot of these solar names look like absolute trash. First Solar gets up to the 193 area. We talked about this. Sorry, not the 190, but just like 190 plus. You got in there. You got in there. Got over the 50-day, backing off. Keep an eye on that one. HYG, right? Hits the range high and fail. Oil, again, this has got to hurt the feds. Good God. I mean, they cannot like this. Keep an eye on it. UNG, natural gas going nowhere. Watch XOP, because is this, again, now if oil sustains, you got to believe it. But could this be a little like end of the month trap here? Novice gap trap, or is it a breakout? Good question. Keep an eye on this stuff. Just don't trust it. Don't go all in. Don't believe it. But if you have profit, or if you are all in and you don't believe it, set your stops. Raise your stops, because I could see these being novice gaps. ExxonMobil, same kind of thing. PX Dizzle gets back up towards the range highs. End of month, who knows? Oxy. Again, I'm not long trading these names, but I mean, they're holding up. You can't deny that they look okay for potential. But if the market pulls back, they will get slammed. Man, another retest, a little head and shoulders potentially on EQT. That one. Shorty. All right, well. And let's let it with Flex LNG, exporting natural gas. Chop, 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 chop. All right, I appreciate all the love, support, the generous donations. Again, when the student's ready, the teacher appears. I'm always here to help you guys. Please reach out. Use the Calendly link. Again, might do a live chat on Monday. Leave a comment below if you want to do a live chat. We'll probably do it around, I don't know, probably afternoon somewhere. And then, yeah, I appreciate people posting their trades in the Discord room. Get involved. If you don't like... If you're scared to post, that's fine. Hit me up. But I'd rather you chat and let everybody know what you're thinking. And again, we don't all have to agree. That's not the point of trading. All right. I will talk to you guys and gals later. Have a great holiday weekend. Happy Labor Day. Peace out. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.